So, Rhoda Timon. Let's read the blurb. Let's go, Hex. The game plan of the deck is to spend the early game establishing a draw engine off of Verity Circle or Charade, and then spending the mid to late game protecting said engines and disrupting opponents until a window presents itself to swing in for lethal off of a flickered Tempest Caller or similar effect with Rhoda. Yeah. So, like, you run all of the tap everything creatures, right? Tap all creatures target opponent controls. So I noticed that you're not actually running some of the better ones, which has me very excited to show you them. So no cards over $50 unless it's really, really warranted. That I'm largely fine with anything. Okay, great. I think the bones of the deck are good, but I'm really dissatisfied with its consistency at this point and have a slight concerns for the speed at which it gets going. Gith, Zerai, Monk. 5 mana, 3/2, flash flying. When it enters the battlefield, tap all creatures you don't control. So, Tempest Caller, eat your heart out, man. You're over here excited about Tempest Caller. Well, I'm like, there's a Zerai Monk right there. Observe Stasis. That's really good. Wow, that's like a Hilda's Crown of Winter for one player. Because I have a little step through freak. Ah, it's a wizard, so you step through for it. That's really funny. And then we have Ephemerate. Oh my god, and Spellseeker and Recruiter the Guard. Yep, we have Recruiter the Guard, which gets Soul Herder. Soul Herder flickers Recruiter the Guard. You get Sarai Monk, Euroda, and Timning all the way through. Oh, this is beautiful. This is Elk Slop. With the Lorien revealed, you watch all of my streams. Grant all damage that would be dealt by non-human sources. That's cute. Put 2 counters on target creature control. Tap target creature that at beginning of combat on each player's turn. Okay, so it's another Timon. I just don't like how this jockeys for Rhoda's like mana value. Yeah, that's a tough cut. But I think it's correct. I'm also going to cut Touch the Spirit Realm. I think it's a little pricey for what it does. I'd like to go down some amount of ramp. Like, I don't know if we need Mindstone, Belwar Stone, Azorius Signet. We keep 1, 2, 3, 4 ramp spells. I just don't know if we ramp that heavily. Compulsive Research feels a little weird. It's probably okay. Like, we need to get Topplegeist Delirium some way. So I want to keep some amount of artifacts and whatnot. So, from here, I think my first edition, we already have Starfield Shepherd, actually, which gets Topplegeist or Mom. Oh my gosh, how am I supposed to upgrade a deck that I practically built? Like, this is everything I do. We aren't running Split Up. Which I do feel is good enough. Yeah, you're already sand scouting it? Oh my goodness gracious. Consult the star charts. Yeah, it'd be fine. It's already in fact. How do we feel about Kaikar? The bird wizard that's in the wizard cycling package. Whenever you cast a spell, you get to flicker something. Right, because you cast a spell, Kaikar goes, oh, great, slow flicker something. You slow flicker Gitzerai Monk. Or you slow flicker Archaeomancer and you get the spell that you just cast back to your hand. Like, you can do some evil shit with, like, silence effects in this. But you get, like, already in the deck, you have Repel the Abominable, which is a fog. You have Archaeomancer, and then you have Kaikar. And then this is a fog every turn. I honestly kind of forgot about Blue-White Kaikar. He's good. Budget Displacer Kitten. Do you think Teferi would be good here? I just started typing T3FERI like that was the actual card name. Fun Raveler. 1L. Teferi Fun Raveler. So, Teferi Time Raveler. You can bounce stuff, whatever. You can cast sorceries so they had flash, and then you also win the game. That's what this line of text right here says. Each opponent can't win the game. So that's a really good card, I think, to have in the deck. From here, though, tapped creature. Imagine there's a lot of things that's like, just what is? Or hang on. Put a counter on each tapped creature. See the world through your eyes. We go like anti-causal. It's gotta be something really funny that interacts with tapped creatures, right? Split up, I already put in. That's the one I knew about. Draw a card for each tapped creature target opponent controls. Not bad. What if you ran... Wait! Public Enemy! All creatures attack enchanted creature's controller each combat if able. Whenever enchanted creature dies, draw a card. So, you enchant an opponent's creature with this. You tap it. They can't block with it. And now everything has to swing forever. But it is being declared as an attacker. But still, like, it's still, they're tapping all their creatures for you. And they can't block with the creature with Public Enemy on it. So they don't have a sack outlet. They kind of just get beaten up for the rest of the game. Shout out Rachel Weeks. A true knower, Rachel Weeks. That is how I know about this card. Now, Heliod's Pilgrim. I don't think I'm going to be doing all that Heliod's Pilgrim stuff. We do have 2 good auras, but I don't think that... We don't not function without Public Enemy. Right? Like, we still, like, do everything we want and more. I think, personally, if we have a Spell Seeker, let's run Winds of Abandon. And then maybe we make room for a Aven Mind Sensor to kind of wombo with that. Like, they're both just independently good cards, right? Aven Mind Sensor prevents tutoring to some extent, and then wins Path to exiles all of your opponent's creatures, or just one if you need it. Alternatively, we could go... Oh, it's a wizard too. Actually, yeah, Aven Mind Sensor's badass. We need an Aven Mind Sensor. Sorry, 5 mana for an Aven Mind Sensor is just way too cute with the step through. Is Hilda 2 mana intensive to be worth? I think so. I think Hilda's way too much mana for her to be good. You're out with Frantic Search. Would a creature-based blind obedience make sense here? It's something I've on and off considered. Like Archon of Mirror, yeah. I would run Archon. Or wait, no, that wouldn't Archon. Archon's Rule of Law plus lands enter tapped. You need like Thalia Heretic Cathar. Is Thalia Heretic Cathar worth it? Yeah, probably. Pretty badass. I'd probably cut like Cluster Squall's like so good though. Maybe Narset's Reversal. Like Imposing Sovereign. As good as Imposing Sovereign is, I think Thalia's like non-basic land center tapped is so fucking annoying. Like, I do think it's worth the 1 extra mana for the first strike and the non-basic lands entering tapped. Even though you can't muddle the mixture for it or whatever, which we're not even running, so that's not even like in the equation. Like, you can still recruit to the guard for this. Could Hilda work as a stack, trying to slow everyone down? Yeah, it is a fine card. I just don't know if I like it in this tempo-based Rhoda kill you game plan. It would be a fine card to have here. Let me put it that way. I would not hate anyone who put it in their deck. Blue, Mystical Tutor, type instant. Type sorcery. Idyllic Tutor. So that goes in our hand this turn. We go blue. Oh wait, dink dink, Sand Scout. Type Desert. Arid Archway. Play this as land for turn. Next turn, Island. 1 Spellseeker. Ephemerate. Yeah, we have to tap Awkward Lead for this, sadly. You go white, Ephemerate, Sand Scout, because now we're up a mana, but we're not up a land. We can still ramp. Oh no, another blue source. And then next turn, Rebound, Flicker Spellseeker. And I would get like Bluster Squall. Suppose. 1, 2, 3. Idyllic Tutor. Get Verity Circle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rhoda in play. Next turn, guys, Cloud Expanse. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. For Verity Circle. Whenever an opponent's thing becomes tapped. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bluster Skull overloaded. All of opponent's creatures become tapped. You like put a billion counters here. You draw a billion cards. And swing with Rhoda. Was Vigilance. Jesus Christ, by the way. Vigilance on this card is evil. Okay, that works like kind of well. I think we should maybe focus more on 1 mana counter spells. Like even just adding one Swan Song to this deck, I think increases the power so much. So 1 Swan Song, out Disdainful. Like even just this change, I think I really like. Just keep the deck tempo-y. So here's a thought. What if we started like Varchilding people in this deck? Not actual Varchild, but like, is there cards that let us give opponents creatures and then we can use those we can tap those creatures down. I don't think you do Long River here. Well, Long River can do both. It doesn't just do creature spells. A crow and horse. Yeah, that's literally perfect. So I'm going to give you like a little side package. Keep in mind, I do not think this is like better than what you're currently doing. I just think it's funnier in certain ways. So a crow and horse is a perfect example. Forbidden Orchard. Yes. I might just put Forbidden Orchard in the deck. Like, this is such like a free ball to me that I think this is actually just correct. Amazing Acrobatics. No, I don't like cancel. Hunted Phantasm. This is really funny in a Flicker deck, yeah. So, like, maybe you don't do much more than that. And so you have Hunted Phantasm or Crow and Horse, and you run both of these. And you just start flickering the Hunted Phantasm, giving opponents red goblins. And then you go, okay, great. Here's Rhoda. Also tap all your creatures. Also you die. Like, that seems pretty good. Rasputin, that's right. You can also run Rasputin. So, like, once again, I don't think this is necessarily that good. Wait, actually, maybe Rasputin is that good. Wait, let's run Rasputin in this deck. That's badass. And then you flicker Rasputin and he resets? Guys, wait. Rasputin's awesome. This is like the perfect card for this deck. Wait, it's a wizard too, so you can step through. Oh my god. Oh yeah, into the Floodmaw. And then we already have Parting Gust. Wait, this is just cool. Elk, please, Rasputin does exactly what you want plus ramp. YouTube chatter, you appear to be 5 years in the past, because I've already said that. So Swiftfoot Boots out. You're welcome. I'm timing you out for 30 seconds. I'm the only one who can have hubris here. Counter on tap target creature defending player's control. Let's cut Elite Scale Guard. I think that one's maybe just a little bit too slow. Kind of jockeys with the same mana value as your commander. Deal another hand. Playtest. Discard. Draw. So it is a little cringe that all of our lands are entering tapped, but oh yeah, I was lagging hard. Inane. Tap all your stuff forever. Hooray. Here's Archaeomancer. Why would you cast Archaeomancer here? Well, it's like we untap next turn, we just win forever. Dawn's Truce. Okay, great. We now win forever. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rhoda. Tap not like an idiot. Pass. Eerie interlude everything. Eerie interlude goes back to your hand. So now once per turn you can protect your board for these. We can't get an island with that, believe it or not. 1, 2, 3. Skyclave Apparition, your 1 ring or whatever. Ponder. 1, 2, 3. Let's shuffle this. We don't need ramp anymore, so shuffle draw. Lorien. Oh, that's nice. So we can Lorien revealed for next land drop. So at this point, you are growing your Rhoda, right, over time with the Timon. Not that hard. Not that hard. The flickering is a little awkward, but like you can just Eerie interlude these 3, and then this comes back. You get to exile another thing. Relic of Legends is fire too. I think I disagree on that point. I just don't know if I can agree that like, oh, we have partner commanders, therefore let's look at backgrounds. I think backgrounds might be awesome here. Use your tappers on your own creatures, and then you can flicker them with Far Traveler. That's so cringe. Whenever this creature attacks against Double Strike until end of turn, I mean, that's pretty good for Rhoda. And then Timon can hop in on that. Creature can't be blocked. But you're already a tapper deck. Like, I don't think that's really even a big... We do have a lot of flicker. I just don't know if I agree if, like, Candlekeep can do enough. It does kind of curve into our commanders, though. Let's try it out. I'm going to cut Dig Through Time and Sunblast Angel. And then I think you try out Flaming Fist and Candlekeep stage. So now you get to go, okay, Suppression Ray I tapped. Here's Mom. Honestly, though, let's just play Thalia. And then here, Thalia is really broken because you just get to drop Rhoda. And now any creature entering just gives Rhoda a counter. And then here you go, Mom. Maybe even just pass, like, hold up Swan Song. That Swan enters tapped, you get a counter. Power. And then here you get to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Archaeomancer, pick up Swan Song. And now you're spoiled for choice. You can either Repel the Abominable or Swan Song, depending on the circumstances. Oh, that Swan enters tapped. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's Kaikar, Zephyr Awakener. 1, 2. Repel the Abominable. Pick up fucking Swan Song. Like, counter your spell. Oh, wait, no, it doesn't pick up right away. Zephyr's... Kaikar, unlike Displacer Kitten, is a slow flicker, which is a little cringe, but... Oh, they're not becoming tapped. I see. So, I see. That's so sad. You could run Charismatic Conqueror, though. Because, a newsflash. It enters untapped. They may tap it. Like, this one does work. It's a rock and a hard place kind of card, I think. Do you give me a 1/1 lifelinker chump blocker, or do you... It's not a human, though. Yeah, I actually think Thalia has anti-synergy, doesn't she? Because, like, their creatures already enter tapped. Authority of the Consul's horrible here, actually. I think Thalia and Authority is actually, like, a complete misstep in hindsight. Because you play Gitzer Eye Monk, and all the creatures that just entered are now already tapped. You're not tapping them. Rhoda doesn't grow. This stream has been so long, bro. So I'm going to post the title of the stream in the chat. extra long stream, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, is the first 3 words. And there's like a warning sign emoji right next to extra long stream. Yes, the stream has been long. No hate, I was just saying. I know, but it's... Dude, this deck is so Azorius, bro. Yeah. Dragonsfield sponsor? Nice. Yeah, you're late to the party. I've had that since January, I think. Yeah, Hilda's Crown of Winter's like just a different thing, though, because it does tap it versus like Gitzerai Monk. Like, I think it is actually anti-synergy to be Thaliang. Thaliang. Okay, do we have any other concepts of what we want in here? Or is this just kind of a vibe already? Because, like, I'm leaning towards, like, I think it's, like, getting close to a vibe. Something still feels slightly off. The stream has been so long, bro. Yeah, I'm struggling. I think we're good. I think this deck is fine. I think maybe it can use like some more card advantage, perhaps. I have a deck review to look forward to this week now. Yippee! I'm happy to hear. Oh. Yes, we're sold out of Tuesdays now, and we have 3 slots left for Sunday. That is the lineup. I'm still just a little concerned on how often I can get Rarity/Array. Here's my argument. I don't even know if you need to get them every game for this deck to be good, right? Here. How about I make you feel a little better? Whenever you commit a crime, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. There you go. Wait, I'm a genius. Target of a spell or ability you control, you gain control of that creature. Timon is a target, or is a spell or ability. At the beginning of combat, gain control of up to 1 target creature with Willbreaker. Okay, so maybe we don't do Charismatic Conqueror. Are we on Cone of Cold? Yeah, it's okay. Nothing to write home about. Like, Bluster Squall's better because you can get off my Spellseeker. Okay, maybe it is like Into the Floodmaw. But then you have Willbreaker, and then Timon is a Wombo. You can Mother of Runes protect Willbreaker. Ah, this is pretty fucking cool. What is the... Could maybe run like a... like untapped creatures you control have hexproof. I thought there was a card that said untapped creatures you control have hexproof, but I guess I'm wrong. There's one that says tapped creatures you control have hexproof. What about Spider-Man who can put and remove stun counters to draw? Um, that's a cute idea, but like Spider-Man makes me want to cry. Doesn't the Seriema do that? The Seriema makes tapped legendary creatures you control indestructible, which notably Willbreaker is not legendary, and she often will not be tapped. So that one's a little tough. But I think mom will be enough protection. It'll be okay. Anyway, yeah, Tim and Willbreaker is actually just hilarious, and I'm very sad I didn't think about that earlier. Okay, great. I think this is now done. This now has enough funny flair where I'm like a lot more interested in it. Honestly, hear me out. What if we cut Idyllic Tutor? That seems really weird to say, right? But like mystical tutoring for Idyllic Tutor to get Verity Circle, it's like I feel like that's maybe too much, right? Like, why not just like have Sheree and Verity Circle come up naturally, and then like sometimes you Wizard Cycle for Sheree. Sometimes you like get Willbreaker instead though, or you commit crimes like with Duelist of the Mind or whatever to loot. And I think maybe that might work out better. Opponent, target, spell, ability, control. So instead of spending a lot of mana tutoring for the thing that like is the most broken, we can run some more like side grade broken things, because I think there is enough that this becomes a lot more applicable. Why mystical and do idyllic rather than just enlightened? So there's a difference between the top of your hand and your hand in the top of your library, and it's a pretty big difference. If I could find one thing that was slightly better. But I guess we just stick with Idyllic Tutor and call it. Thank you for getting a deck review, though. I like looking at this funny Azorius tap deck. Already linked it. Hooray! Yay! Thank you, Hex.